Hello and welcome back to the On Teacher. Today we're going to be looking at another custom feature, and that custom feature allows you to add text or writing to a surface so it's sticking out or it can be embossed into it. It's a really nice feature. It saved me time compared to how I used to do it, with adding planes above the surface and then extruding into it and then manipulating that surface so that the text was either proud or embossed. This is a lot quicker to do. So I'm just going to make a simple barrel. I might add to that and add a little bit with the pattern feature as well, just to show you. But to start with, we've got the left mouse button as red, right mouse button as blue, and we're going to go up to sketch in that top corner there. I'm going to click on sketch and we're going to start working on the top plane. Now, just like normal, to view that top plane, we're going to press the N key. And I'm going to draw a circle, so a centre circle. From the circle there, out, and I'm going to type in 65 as my measurement. When I'm happy, I press the tick. We go over to the cube, and we just put that in isometric so you can see it there. I'm then going to do the extrude. So it's just up there on the screen now. I'm going to tick. I'm going to select sketch 1. And we're going to put in a distance of 77.5. Just think there for a moment. You'll see why I'm doing the 77.5 in a minute. And I'm going to change it to symmetric. So now it's going above and below the top plane in both directions. So we've got the starting point for our barrel. Next, I'm going to do a sketch onto the bottom surface. Press that N key again. And I'm going to use the use button first of all. So we click on that, and I'm going to double click on that line there so it goes nice and black. I'm then going to add another circle from the center out, and that is going to be 67.5. So we've ended up with a line which is going to form a ring. So this is just right mouse button at the moment. We're going to click the tick, sketch 2, extrude, opposite direction. It's gone to new by default, which is great, and I'm going to put in 2.5. So you can just see, and we're going to click back onto new because it did jump back there. And that's created it as a separate part. Don't worry about that for the moment, because with the pattern tool, which is up here, we're going to click on the pattern tool. Entities to pattern is part 2. Direction is the base there. We're going to flip it around so you can see we've got 2. I'm going to type in 4. That's why I did that 77.5, just to make sure they all lined up. And we're going to press the tick. And you can see we've now got that part created, and it has created 5 separate parts. Now, if you go back into linear pattern 1, it's on new. If we change it to add and do merge with all, it now creates it as one part. So we've lost them 5 parts. That's a personal choice how you want to do this. So it's called surface text. So we're just going to search for surface text. Surface text. And you can see it's been added to the top there. Now sometimes you might have to click on the plus arrow to get it, but I'm going to click surface text. Now the defaults aren't going to work for me, so I'm just going to change my text depth down to 5 to make it a bit more manageable. And I'm going to select my baseline as that point, because I want the text to be up here, and my surface on there. Now don't worry if it comes in upside down like it has done. So I'm going to change the direction, and hopefully that will now flip, and I'm going to change to bottom of baseline. So my text comes in, and my text depth is 5. So this is the depth there, is how much it's sticking out. What I do want to do is just look at my text align, so I can go to center and it then sit onto the center. And this is where we can start changing our text height. So I'm going to put in 10 as my text height there. And you can see how that changes. So we've got change me there. If I put this into isometric, you can see how it's going onto that plane there. And you can do left, it bring it round onto the different planes. Now what we can do, so text depth I'm going to put as 1, so you can see change me, and offset at the bottom there I'm going to change to 5. So it's coming up and I can write whatever I want in change me. So do not open, and let's click off that. Do not open will appear. So we've got our text on there and that's been added as a new part. If you go back into the text there, under extrude type you can do raise new, which will create it as a new part, or in this case it creates 10 parts, or we can do cut out, and that will then cut out the text into it. So it's entirely up to you how you want it to work. I hope that's been useful. Thanks again for watching.